following feature presentation is part of the All for Sci-Fi Podcast Network.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
No, you're not sorry, Dave.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No.
I
am your father.
And you
I'll be back.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Hey,
It's a trap!
it's a trap and Captain Trickster is doing it.
That's right.
The needs of the many outweigh
The needs of the few.
for the one.
Oh, yeah.
Do
Master.
or do not. There is no try.
Captain Richter Space Cat.
Live long. Prosper.
Get away from her, you bitch! Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
Goodbye.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Stop saying that!
I see dead people.
So what?
We know that, Captain
You
Richter.
said that.
Why so serious?
Because it's time.
I volunteer as tribute.
What I do is not up to you.
Chewing.
That's part of the Force
We're
Awakens.
home. I'm one with the force. The force is with me. I'm one with the force. And the force is with me.
The Force is with me. It's the Force with you, everybody, today.
I'm one with the force. And the force is with me.
Today is October 12th, and welcome to the All for Sci-Fi Weekly webcast. I'm your host, Eric Walker. Next to me is...
Captain Richter, Captain Trickster, or the garbage disposal.
Yeah, that's a good title now, the garbage disposal, because we know he likes to eat.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Want a big shout out and say happy birthday to one of our longtime watchers and friends. Happy birthday, Dante.
Oh, yes. Happy birthday, Dante.
Yes, happy birthday. So that's awesome. Well, it's been quite a week, everybody. What happened to you this week, Captain Richter, our garbage disposal?
Well, the usual.
Yeah.
Yeah. No sleep. Go to work. Sleep at work. Try to do a little bit of work. Clean properties. Sleep at the properties. Yeah,
Sleep at work. Sleep everywhere.
Yeah,
sleep in the
everywhere.
bus. Sleep
Sleep in the bus. I'll go home. I'll sleep tonight before I go on the bus to go home.
That sounds like Captain
Yeah,
Trickster.
it sounds like me.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting week, everybody.
Yes, it has, but it's been nice and cool.
It's cooling down. It's still warm. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
well, at least it's not over triple digit.
have you guys heard of this? This is a new soda called Olipop, and I scanned it with that. There's an app out now called Yucca or Yucca or whatever you want to call it, Yuka and Yucca. And you could download the app and you scan it like right where the barcodes are, and it will tell you if it's good for you or if it has bad ingredients or whatnot, or and then if it has a red and it's bad for you, the app will also give you suggestions of stuff that's healthy for you. And by the way, this got a good rating. So a friend of mine who I work with had it, and he said it tasted great. But it's a soda, but it's done, I guess, sweetened by plants, and it has stuff that's good for your digestion and probiotics and all kinds of other stuff in it. So it's pretty good. They have different flavors. This is strawberry vanilla. They have one called Dr. Goodwin, which is like Dr. Pepper, if you like that. And they have cola, and they have grape, and they have lime, and different ones. But Yeah, so that's awesome. So try that. This is not an endorsement. They didn't pay for me to say that.
Yeah, they did.
No, they
He
didn't.
doesn't want to admit it.
Excuse me. Well, if anybody is watching from this soda company, please pay me then. Since Captain Rickster said that.
Send us some money.
Yeah, send us some money, and we'll talk about it every week. Then
You got it.
Captain Trickster. He's trying to trick you guys. Yeah. So what do we're talking
It's
about
almost Halloween.
this week? We're talking about yeah, it is almost Halloween.
Yes,
Speaking
it
of
is.
Halloween, we're talking about Agatha All Along,
That's
right?
right.
And we're talking about the Penguin.
Yep.
Two
one
good shows.
One you forgot too. We need to talk about the finale for Rings of Power.
And let's talk about the Rings of Power, the finale, since it's not up there. But we're going to go ahead and talk about it, and maybe I'll edit the title later. What do you want to talk about first?
Rings of Power.
Rings of Power. Well, as you know, at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars. It's 5 stars. It's the best. If it's 3 stars or less, we don't recommend it. Do not go to the movie theater. Do not stream it. In this case, the Rings of Power is on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
It's loosely based on some writings that Tolkien had.
Yep.
And let's give it the rating. The finale of the Rings of Power, I'm going to give it a 4.95 stars. What do you give it, Captain?
Oh, I'm going to give it a 5.0. Plus.
Oh, it's the plus time.
Yes, it is. It was actually the whole complete TV series gets a rating of 5+++, at least for me anyway.
Well, this season was better than last season.
A lot better than last season.
It was, had a lot of, with, of course, Sauron, messing with everybody.
As usual.
And it would set itself up for, next year.
Yeah, it did.
And we found out who that stranger was at the end of the episode.
Yes, which was interesting.
Yes, it was interesting. He was, what's that guy? What's that sorcerer's name?
Gandor.
Gandor. He ended up being Gandor. So they're leading up to season 3. I read somewhere that the Rings of Power, like they've already planned this out. Like Amazon's already, I don't know if they committed it to it or not, but they've talked about, they're maybe go 4 or 5 seasons with this show.
I heard 5 seasons myself. I read 5 seasons.
Right. And you know what? Keep making interesting fantasy sci-fi stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all for it. Give me 5 seasons.
It's actually the prelude to Lord of the Rings.
Right. And you remember the ringmaster, I don't remember what his name was. He was actually saying he called the guy Sauron, "You're the Lord of the Rings."
Mm-hmm.
Remember he said that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he actually said that line in one of the episodes. What did you have a favorite scene in this finale?
Yeah, I like the ending. I like where all the elves were meeting and she finally became alive again because I don't know she had some dark not dark spirit but something dark poked her in the shoulder or whatever and they were healing her up.
Well, I mean, he used that
ring,
devil horn king thing.
Yep.
He stabbed her. Sauron stabbed her with that evil thing.
And so that part I liked. I like to see she came back to life.
Yeah. She's a good character. She's cute too, which
very
helps.
Cute. Like to know her.
Okay, Captain Rickster, let's not talk about your crushes on this show.
Oh, come on now. You talk about yours all the time.
Well, that's true. Yeah, but those are usually Asian women, and the Asian woman in this show, the elf got slaughtered. So,
yes, she did.
So
unfortunately,
that didn't last very long. So
she got well pricked.
Yeah, right away. She wasn't even in it that much.
No.
What a disappointment. No,
yeah,
just joking.
Maybe a little like 4 or 5 minutes, maybe a minute in the whole thing.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Mace Tawani and the second Ewok.
Yeah.
He's only in it about a minute before the hut blew up.
Yeah.
So, speaking of that, I don't have an announcement yet, but we're still working on the Ewok memory book. It's coming out at the end of the year. And a good friend of mine, Phil, we call him Australia Phil, sent me his section of the book. It's like about 90 pages, but it's about collecting.
Right.
And it's about everything that he knows more about Ewoks than anybody, and lore and everything else. So he's got almost 90 pages. I don't know how much of it we're going to put in the book, but he just sent it to me the other day, so I got to have someone start editing that. So that's going to be fun. He tracked out all the merchandising, all the Ewoks. He knows all their names, when they gave him names, because some of them didn't have names.
That's true. Some of them didn't.
And they keep naming them as we go along here. So he'll probably talk about, Margot's character. Anyway, back to the Lord of the Rings. Okay. And yeah, so watch it. It's a great show. It's a great season. If you haven't had a chance to see it, go ahead and binge watch it now, because it's not like Netflix. I wish they all were like Netflix, so we could binge watch it instead of, they think that that's going to make people subscribe more.
Yeah.
But what is the most subscribed streaming service?
Netflix.
So it's not working, Disney Plus. It's not working, all you other streamers.
That's right.
Let us see the whole season when it's released, like you do a movie.
Yeah.
So,
It
it
would be great.
Yeah, it would be. So look forward to next year, or whenever it comes out, 2 years, however long it takes them to make it. What's next?
Agatha.
Let's talk about Agatha. Let's give the rating. This week's episode gets a rating of 4.65 stars. What do you give it?
I'm gonna give it the same as you.
Yeah, it's better.
Better.
It's getting better. I was kind of mixed on Agatha in the beginning, because I thought I was watching CSI Miami, and I thought I wasn't even watching a show or a Marvel type comic book character. But now that they're on the Witch's Road and they're having these experiences, some of it seems kind of cliche. But that's probably why I've never given it a higher rating than 4.65. But this last week's episode was pretty good. Agatha had to fight her demons. She had to deal with her mother, and the fact that she killed her mother in that whole coven or whatever. And then she showed mercy to the children, but now they were chasing her. That was a brief part of it.
Yeah.
But then she had to face her mom, and then she ended up taking the power away from one of the witches, just like she did the other witches. Is that something that is that a power Agatha has?
Yeah.
Where she could
she can
grab your power, your witch's power?
Yeah, she can grab it. She has that.
Well, she definitely doesn't. And she killed the Asian girl.
Yeah, when you know
what is this week with killing the Asian girls off?
That's a good question.
Yeah, is this a racist thing against Asian women?
Gotta be racist.
Yeah, that's not fair.
I know, but that boy at the end of the series, he's actually more powerful than Agatha. So,
you really?
Yeah.
Why you think that?
Because
he showed his power.
Because he's a warlock.
Well, I mean, in this episode 5 was called "Darkest Hour." Wake Thy Power. So what's the name of the episode? It's getting better. You're on the right track, Kevin Feige, and whoever else. You're producing it, but you greenlight it, so I give you credit. But whoever's writing and directing it, you guys you're. I'm actually starting to like it a little bit more than I liked WandaVision a lot, but I didn't like how they stayed in the town and was reliving the episodes too much. And it got better near the end. This is how many? 8 episodes?
Yeah, 8 episodes.
So 3 more episodes left. If the next 3 are better than the rest, it's a pretty solid season. Just skip the first couple episodes.
That's true.
Did you have a favorite scene in Agatha All Along? Episode 5.
I like how they threw her into that pit. That one was sucking her.
At the end?
At the end, yeah. Sucking her down into the pit. And then the other 2 girls went right along with her.
Oh yeah,
in different pits.
Yeah. So the boy's all alone.
And he threw them in there.
Yeah. So he's all alone. So what's going to happen next week?
We will see.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite part too. That was really good. So my favorite part was not when she took the witch's power and killed her.
That was not.
Yeah. All right, let's jump on to the Penguin.
The Penguin,
which stars Colin Farrell. And I must say, this week was the first week when they had different shots and they were shooting him at a different angle. And I looked and I go, that is Colin Farrell.
Yeah, it is.
So this week's photography, maybe you should have hit it a little bit more, because I don't know. It was better when you were shooting him at a different angle and you kind of didn't notice it was him. But yeah, this is what episode was this? It's Penguin episode is called episode 3 is called Bliss.
Yeah, Bliss.
Yeah. Okay.
It was 4 comes out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, don't forget. And
Tomorrow night.
the Penguin is on streaming on Max.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and give the official rating for the Penguin. It gets an official All for Sci-Fi rating of 4.75 stars. What do you give it?
I'm gonna give it a 4.80.
It's a good show, guys.
It
I mean,
is.
it's still great.
It's very great. Yes.
The acting's great. The effects are great. You know, now the Penguin is dealing with that crazy lady,
Mm-hmm.
and Bliss is the name of the drug,
Right.
and we find out that she was really the one behind it all, not her brother to begin with.
Right.
And she's kind of on to the Penguin, but I don't think she cares because she's kind of wacko.
Well, she likes the Penguin. She always has.
All right, and he's kind of trying to appeal to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I like about it though is that how they do the makeup on Colin Farrell.
No, they do.
He doesn't look like it, like himself.
No, he's a pretty boy.
If you put him to one side himself normally and put him in this other picture here, you'll notice a huge change.
It
in
is.
him. And he's not that fat. He's actually skinny. And they put a big rubber suit on. And
No, he's a pretty boy.
Yeah, and
he's
then
a good-looking man.
the way his foot is,
Yeah.
the way he walks like a penguin.
No, his
Yeah.
acting is stellar in
Acting's
this.
Stellar in this.
I
one.
didn't like some of the angles though, because I kind of noticed his face a little bit more, and that's
Yeah.
the way they shot him. I said that is Colin Farrell's face,
Mm-hmm.
but the makeup's great. And the prior episodes would have never guessed it if I didn't see the credits.
Right.
So
Yeah. Even that boy, his protege is actually really good too.
yeah, no.
He's actually,
Well, they really screwed up at the end of it, right?
Yeah, they did.
His boy saved him
Mhm.
and didn't go with his girlfriend.
Nope.
Decided to stay, and he saved the Penguin, but he didn't save the girl. He just took off.
Well,
he
no,
wanted
to save her, but the Penguin said take off.
He's nasty, that dude.
Oh yeah.
What was your favorite scene in this week's episode of the Penguin?
I think when he was sitting out in the car watching his girlfriend leave on the bus by herself, which I hate that kind of, but that's
Rick, what are you saying? How can that be your favorite scene?
Well, it is.
It's sad.
It's sad. I don't like it, but it is what it is in a TV show.
Well,
in real life, who knows if that really happens in real life?
I mean, there's a couple scenes I liked. I like how the Penguin was convincing her when he's, how he was there for her, and you could kind of tell that when he said he was sorry for doing what he did to her, and how he kind of insinuated that they had a love relationship and he kind of loved her, but without saying that. And I like the fact that he was saved by his protege.
Yeah, that's true.
Those are my two favorite scenes. Well, anything else you want to say about the Penguin or anything else? What's coming up?
Penguin.
No. Movie wise, don't we have some stuff coming out?
Nothing till the end of the month.
Yeah, I know we're supposed to get some Star Trek stuff. I know we're supposed to get the new Star Wars show.
Right.
I think we're gonna get a new Tales of the Jedi soon.
I heard the Joker movie was not all that great.
Yeah, we didn't even bother to review it or go watch it because it got such poor reviews.
Poor reviews.
I didn't want to.
Critics didn't like it.
I didn't want to go watch a musical.
No.
I didn't really care for the first one that much either. I mean, it had some good acting in it, and it was nice to see him do something different.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't like it that much. It was just overdone. It's like, what am I watching? A psycho movie?
Yeah, basically is what it was, a psycho movie.
Well, yeah, he's crazy, that's for sure.
Very crazy. That's
now he's got Lady Gaga with him, and they're doing a musical.
Yeah.
So you could wait till it comes on streaming and go pay for it.
Pay for it that way.
Did I say that on the show? No.
Yes, you can.
Yes,
and you did.
Yes, I did. So we didn't even bother to review it. I heard it was so bad.
I did too.
Yeah, and we got the Skeleton Crew coming out in December.
Yes.
Yeah, lots of great stuff coming out, everybody. As we always say at All for Sci-Fi, this week go out and do an act of kindness because it makes the world a better place. Someone might witness it and they might do something good and pay it forward. And then we really do make the world a better place, right? Because we have more people being kind. Be kind to one another. Remember, the force is with us always. Live long and prosper, Captain Trickster.
I'm going to try. Have a great rest of your weekend. Come back next week. We'll have more content on the two different shows we'll be watching this coming week. And maybe there might be a third one for all we know.
Yeah.
But you never can tell. Something always pops up new.
Right.
But enjoy yourselves and come back and stay safe, stay unsick, and do your thing.
Yes. And happy birthday to Dante again.
Yes, happy birthday, Dante.
I don't know if you're watching because you're probably partying, but
yeah.
Hope you have a great day.
The following feature presentation is part of the All for Sci-Fi Podcast Network.